I think.
And then who wins? Dakota versus Valentina.
You really make me say that. She's my favorite fighter, but come on.
Favorite fighter, number one.
Yeah, she is. She's always been my favorite fighter, Valentina. Wow. Yeah.
All time.
Yeah, all time.
Have you ever told her this?
I just think like she's just like an MMA athlete. Like,
yeah.
What can she not do? Like, she can grapple. If she needs to win by grappling, she can do it. If she needs to strike, she can do it. Like, I mean, so many people thought she was going to get a belt taken off her by the French girl, Manon
Fiorot.
Oh, you said it quite well. Yeah, people wrote her off with that, and look what she did. She always finds a way to win. I think she's very, very clever.
Dakota F King Ditcheva, and she just called out the queen of violence herself, Valentina Shevchenko. Let's be real. Everyone thought Dakota Ditcheva would jump ship to the UFC undefeated, violent, marketable British, a perfect Dana White signing. But what did she do instead? She re-signed with the PFL while throwing shade at the UFC by keeping her options wide open.
In the post-fight interview, you announced that you had re-signed with the PFL. Congratulations. Are you happy with how everything turned out?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I am happy now in the end. It took a while. I mean, I fought last November, so it took a while for us to come to, you know, something that was right for the both of us. But I'm happy now, you know, I just secured my future for me and my family.
And now she's gunning for the fight most UFC women won't even whisper about, Valentina Shevchenko, one of the most feared women in MMA history. This isn't just a crossover fight. This would be the first real PFL versus UFC women's super fight. But here's the truth. The UFC won't say out loud, Dakota is a threat, and not just to Valentina, to their entire flyweight division. Think about it, a young, undefeated blonde striker with serious KO power, and she's not under UFC control.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say Bellator has had Hawaii events.
Bellator could put on a fucking fight in the parking lot. Dude, I can't even believe you just said that. PFL could, you know PFL was here on Friday. Did anybody know that? You're the media guys. I didn't know till fucking Friday. They were selling tickets, buy two, get two free. I'm not busting on them. That's a fucking fact. They put out a memo, buy two, get two free. You're having a bad fucking week if those are the memos you're putting out.
Hey, Dana.
There were more people in my fucking green room tonight than there were at the fight.
Finally,
wouldn't just be about belts, it would be about promotional pride, and that's why the UFC is staying silent. Let's talk about Valentina. She's a legend. No debate, but she's not untouchable anymore. Alexa Grasso exposed cracks. And Dakota? She's younger, hungrier, and she's not afraid to talk about it. Dakota's message is loud and clear. If Valentina's still on top when it happens, I'm in. That's a challenge, a warning, a threat, and maybe even a prophecy. Let's be honest, the UFC didn't want to lose Kayla Harrison. Now they're watching Dakota become the next breakout star, and she's doing it without them. If Dakota versus Valentina actually happens and the UFC loses on their own turf, it's game over for the narrative that UFC is the only elite league, and deep down, Dana knows it. Social media's been on fire since Dakota said the words UFC champ versus PFL champ. Some fans say she hasn't earned it. Others say Valentina would destroy her. But the real ones, they know this is exactly the kind of fight women's MMA needs. Dakota ain't ready. Valentina ends her in 2 rounds. This girl might be the future. Dana missed out big. UFC ducked another star. And with Dakota turning 27 today, she's entering her prime. The UFC can't ignore her much longer. Dakota Ditcheva is ready. Valentina Shevchenko is legendary. And the fans? They want this super fight bad. The question now isn't if it happens, it's who breaks first, Valentina's aura or the UFC's grip on women's MMA. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the UFC make this fight happen, or is Dakota just chasing clout? And don't forget to like, sub, and smash that bell for more savage breakdowns every damn week.
Just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few.
Dakota Ditcheva just sent a chilling message to the entire MMA world. With blood on her elbows, fire in her eyes, and a re-signing announcement that shook the PFL cage. The Queen of Violence just dominated a Bellator veteran in brutal fashion and made it look easy. This wasn't just a win. This was a straight-up masterclass in destruction. Sumiko Inaba came in 8-1. Hawaii's own, a Bellator veteran with a chin and a heart. But Dakota? She came with knees. She came with elbows. She came to disfigure. And for 15 minutes, she picked Inaba apart like a surgeon possessed. I mean, 30-24? That's not a fight score. That's a cry for help. From the opening bell, Ditcheva was in kill mode. Using all 8 limbs like a Muay Thai monster, she dropped elbows so sharp they could have signed the PFL contract themselves. And those knees? They bent time. They broke faces. They had Inaba stumbling, spinning, and bleeding. By round 2, Sumiko wasn't fighting to win, she was fighting to survive. And here's the kicker: Dakota might have broken her hand during the assault. But did she slow down? No. She just switched weapons like a damn boss: legs, knees, left elbows, high kicks. She turned into a one-woman arsenal. Let that sink in. She might have fought 2 rounds with one hand and still delivered a career-altering beating. Then, just when fans thought it was over, boom, Dakota Ditcheva announces her re-signing with PFL. No Bellator, no UFC. She's staying now. Look, people are asking why stay in PFL, and some fans are straight up calling it a waste of talent, but here's what they're missing. Dakota's not running. She's building a legacy where she's the queen, the killer, the poster girl. She's already the face of PFL Europe. Now she's dominating PFL Africa. And next, maybe she crosses into that Kayla Harrison territory, the $1 million legacy lane. Fans are calling her the Valentina of the PFL. But let's be real, at just 26, she might surpass Valentina, Harrison, Cyborg, all of them. UFC fans, be scared. Bellator fighters, stay retired. Because Dakota Ditcheva is undefeated, uninjured, and now unchained with that fresh new contract. Cape Town just witnessed a star go supernova. Sumiko Inaba got broken. The cage got baptized in blood. And Dakota Ditcheva, she just made PFL her kingdom.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event was scheduled for 3 rounds. It went the full distance, and we now go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this bout unanimously. For your winner, Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva.
She just dominated a Bellator veteran, re-signed with the PFL, and sent a message to the entire women's MMA world. Dakota Ditcheva isn't just taking over, she's embarrassing the competition. Let's call it what it is. The UFC let Kayla Harrison walk Amanda Nunes retired, and women's MMA was in freefall until this. Dakota Ditcheva just saved the PFL's women's division and exposed how weak the competition really is.
The damage so far in this fight, it's been one-way traffic.
Oh, nasty knee right the middle from Dakota. And a flurry under the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. And now a left hand. And she's showing off, man.
At PFL Africa in the Grand Arena, Ditcheva put on an absolute clinic against Sumiko Inaba, a veteran, an 8-1 finisher, and Bellator's former Golden Girl. But none of that mattered. From the first bell, this wasn't a fight, it was a technical beatdown. Ditcheva's range management, front kicks to the face, and slicing elbows made Inaba look like an amateur. By round 3, even the crowd knew. This was murder with Muay Thai.
For me, I do believe that the winner of this, regular playoff will become the female face of the PFL. Is that something you're ready to embrace and step on it, and not just be someone who's easily marketable, but you're a champion and you could be the face of this organization?
Yeah, for sure. That's what I want. I want to definitely, I'm not really bothered about being the face of anything, to be honest. I'm going to keep turning up. Any opportunities I get to fight, I'm going to show up on the night, which is what I always do. And continue to be a professional face on the camera and really build myself, and that's it.
Thank you very much.
8 months without a fight, not because she's injured, not because she's slacking, but because nobody wants to step up. Dakota herself admitted it. Finding worthy opponents has been a nightmare. The flyweight division is dead, and Dakota just danced on its grave. And just when the UFC needed a new female superstar, the PFL locked Dakota Ditcheva down with a multi-year, multi-fight deal. This isn't just a contract, this is war. Forget Dana White. The PFL is making moves while the UFC keeps recycling Pena and Holm. With Kayla Harrison gone, Ditcheva is now the PFL's undisputed queen and maybe the most dangerous woman not signed to the UFC.
You know, now that she's come in the UFC and she's actually won the belt and fought her way up, and, you know, Amanda, people respect what Amanda did here. So I agree with you. It felt big. It was a badass stint. It was all organic. That was fake. We had no intentions of her going up into the octagon. I actually had to tell the guys to let her up. They weren't even letting her in. So yes.
Listen, I'm going to give Amanda as much time as she needs to prepare. I want her to be the best her. I'm going to be the best me. We're going to go in there and make some absolute magic in the women's division. We're going to break some records and make some history. And we're both going to make a lot of money doing it. And we're going to bring women's MMA to a whole new level.
While Amanda Nunes teases a comeback and Kayla Harrison finally made her UFC debut, Dakota Ditcheva just made everyone question if the PFL actually has the better women's roster right now. And if Dakota ever crosses over to the UFC, she kills most of that top 10. Easy. She's 26, undefeated, re-signed, and she's not slowing down. The Queen of Violence has arrived, and she's here to reign for years to come. But what do you think? Is Dakota Ditcheva already better than Kayla Harrison? Could she destroy UFC's top contenders? And did Dana White just lose the future of women's MMA? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit subscribe for more MMA breakdowns. One hand, one mission, and one broken opponent. Dakota Ditcheva just walked into South Africa's historic MMA night and delivered a brutal beatdown with a broken hand. While other fighters pull out with hangnails, Ditcheva fought through it and left Inaba looking like she didn't belong in the same cage. But that's not even the wildest part. From the first bell,